Naruto is remembered as one of the most influential anime series of its time, with a wide cast of villains who shaped the growth of the main characters and the world around them. From Orochimaru's sinister experiments to Pain's destructive ideology and Madara's godlike ambition, the enemies Naruto faced were both threatening and unforgettable. Yet as the franchise has moved into its sequel series, Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, a new set of villains has emerged that many argue are far more complex and dangerous than those of the original story. The villains in Naruto were often driven by personal trauma, revenge, or ambition. Orochimaru sought immortality and knowledge at any cost, while Pain was motivated by a vision of peace through suffering. Madara dreamed of imposing an eternal illusion on the world to prevent conflict. These antagonists were layered and memorable, but they also followed a pattern where their goals ultimately led back to war, power, or domination. In Boruto, however, the antagonists operate on a larger scale, introducing cosmic threats, moral dilemmas, and technological warfare that redefine what it means to be a shinobi in the modern era. The appearance of the Otsutsuki clan has been one of the clearest examples of how Boruto raises the stakes. Unlike Naruto's villains, who were human and rooted in ninja politics, the Otsutsuki operate as godlike beings from another dimension, harvesting worlds for their survival. Their presence transforms the story from one about feuding villages into one about survival against forces beyond human understanding. This new type of villain forces Boruto and his allies to think differently, moving past the lessons of the past and confronting challenges Naruto himself never faced. What also makes Boruto's era stand out is the fusion of science and ninjutsu. Villains in Boruto often make use of advanced technology, such as scientific ninja tools, genetic experiments, and artificial beings. This combination creates threats that are unpredictable and not bound by the traditional rules of chakra and jutsu. Characters like Kara's inner circle, particularly Ishiki Otsutsuki and Code, highlight the danger of blending godlike power with modern advancements. They bring a new level of unpredictability that pushes the younger generation of shinobi to their limits. Another key difference lies in how Boruto's villains mirror the struggles of a changing world. In Naruto, the cycle of hatred and revenge drove much of the conflict. In Boruto, the antagonists often represent the clash between tradition and progress, between the old way of the ninja and the new realities of science and interdimensional threats. This creates a more layered narrative where the villains are not only stronger but also tied to the question of whether the shinobi system can survive in a rapidly evolving world. Boruto's new era also introduces villains who challenge the morality of the heroes in different ways. Some antagonists, like Kawaki before his redemption, embody the blurred line between victim and aggressor. Others, such as the Kara organization, show how ideology, loyalty, and manipulation can create enemies who are both sympathetic and terrifying. This complexity goes beyond the straightforward rivalries of Naruto and offers a narrative where right and wrong are harder to define. The shift in villains has also impacted how fans view the series. While Naruto's enemies were often seen as legendary figures whose powers inspired awe, Boruto's foes are treated as existential threats that could upend everything the ninja world has built. This makes the stakes feel higher and the challenges more urgent. It also ensures that Boruto and his peers must grow in ways that Naruto's generation never had to, preparing them for battles that blend physical power with psychological and moral tests. Although nostalgia for Naruto's villains remains strong, Boruto has proven that its new era offers antagonists who are just as compelling, if not more so. They are not bound by the same rules. They introduce fresh themes, and they push the story into unexplored territory. The contrast highlights the evolution of the franchise, showing that while Naruto laid the foundation with unforgettable foes, Boruto expands the horizon with enemies that redefine what it means to be a villain in the shinobi world.